I'm not going to lie. This might be the single most requested episode I've ever done. People have asked me about this for years. When are we going to hear from Gina? When's Gina getting on the podcast? Well, it's finally happening. Look at this face right here. Gina is literally the reason why this episode works, because we're talking a lot about diabetes distress, but she is the heartbeat of my story. She's the person that has seen every high. She's seen every low, all the DKAs, and somehow she's sticking around. She's still here. This month, we've been talking about diabetes distress, what it has done to our head, our energy, our motivation. And I say our because it's not just me, the person with diabetes, that feels this. It's everybody who lives with them, who loves them, who walks through it beside them. So today, you finally get to hear and meet her. And she is my wife. She is my best friend. She is my favorite person. I cannot believe this is happening.
Welcome to your best T1D year, the podcast that's a mix of habits, a couple of laughs you need, maybe throw in some real sciencey stuff every once in a while, and there you go. Everything you need to live with type 1 diabetes and have some wins you can feel. Let's roll the episode.
Before we jump into any of this heavy stuff, I'm going to make this easy, okay? Gina, do you listen to the podcast? Yes or no? I'm messing with you. That's not fair. That's not fair. She lives it. She doesn't need to listen to it. But you've lived most of this, right?
Heard some, yeah.
I know. Every once in a while, I'll send you one. I'll be like, please listen to this. And you're like, oh gosh, I'll do it on 2x speed. But this is the first time that you're actually on it. So first off, welcome.
Thanks.
Deep breaths. There's no pressure. You nervous?
This is you. This is my love for you that makes me do this.
She is doing. I'm going to pay for this later. This is going to be great. Okay. So just picture us. We're just sitting in the kitchen. We're just talking. We're interrupting each other like we normally do. I forget what I was saying, for whatever. But first off, I want you to know that, let's start with our story. Can we do that?
Sure.
So Gina, you and I, we met before I went in the military. You've heard me say, listener, you've heard me talk about my diagnosis in the Air Force, but Gina knew me before all of that. Our dog is barking and she's fine. We're going to let her go outside. She's fine. So Gina has got the full pre-diabetes version of me. And then that curveball diagnosis comes while I was still in the military. Now, why don't you tell them, first of all, how we met? Well, before all the diagnosis.
I was working at Pizza Joe's and you were working at the comic book store around the corner.
Yes, I was.
And the guys that worked at the comic book store would come in and see the girls that worked at the pizza shop. And so your friends were talking you up.
Yeah, they did.
They were like, you got to meet this Neil guy, but don't get interested because he's leaving for the Air Force.
Sounds like you got interested.
I did.
Okay, good. That's good. But how long was that before I actually shipped out?
I mean, we had 7 months together, right?
Total. Well, up until the diagnosis. Yeah. So we knew each other for about a total of 3 months. We were officially dating for what? A month plus? Before you left. Before I left.
I guess I'm looking at
for the Air Force.
Amount of art before dating. Yeah.
Gina knows the whole picture. So I go in the Air Force and I'm in flight training and I'm in the middle of all this. And you get I guess it's a phone call. I know my diagnosis story on my side. Why don't you tell them what it was like for you?
Well, I mean, we had just spent months writing letters to each other. I knew I was going to marry you. We knew this before you left because literally it was weeks that we fell in love.
Who fell in love first?
You fell in love first.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Literally within 2 weeks of our dating. And I was like, you told me you love me. And I'm like, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Because I didn't feel that way yet. I thought you were a nice guy, but then it hit me a week later and that was it. And so that Air Force time we spent corresponding by letter, occasional phone call that cost $1 billion because we had no cell phones.
Sprayed perfume on the letters.
I did.
Oh my
all
gosh.
The things to make your friends.
So we're long distance at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get a call. I don't know
From
who called
mom.
You. My mom called you?
Yes. Because we had already planned a trip to Biloxi.
Oh.
You remember you were going to propose to me.
I was saving up for a ring. That's how head over heels in love with you I was.
And so you were going to have me come visit. And I got permission from my parents, who are very overprotective, and actually gave me permission. And when I was coming up on that trip, the final countdown really of it, your mom called and said, you were in the hospital.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And
did she tell you what it was?
She said you got diagnosed with diabetes. I don't think she said type 1. I don't think she did either. Literally said, okay, you're diabetic.
Did you know what that meant? Because I didn't.
To a degree, nothing in like fullness like I do now, but all I knew is the bare minimum.
This is bad. Yeah. Okay. So what was your reaction? What did you?
Well, I wanted to come right to you, and she said that she didn't think you could see anybody.
Well,
and I just thought,
couldn't.
well, I'll pause on that until I can talk to him.
Yeah, that was probably smart.
Because I wanted to talk to you.
Okay, so we did get a chance to talk, but oh gosh, I still can't believe I said this. What did I tell you? I told you said I want to come see you.
Oh,
I'm in the hospital.
No.
I know, I did.
And it was years before you told me why.
Why? Do you know why?
You told me because you just said, no, I don't need you to come. I have a bunch of tubes and wires, whatever. But it was years before you told me you were actually blind and could not see, and that you didn't want me to see you like that because you had so many things coming out of you because your blood sugar was so high that while they were bringing it back down, you were still recovering sight and all the things. And so
yeah,
it was a lot. I think it was hard on your pride. Your dream just went out the window. And so you were trying to figure out what's next with your future, and you did not want to see me and have to deal with that on top of what you just got told. So,
yeah. Do you think that changed our relationship at all at that point?
I still knew I was going to marry you. That didn't change, but
it didn't. You literally were like, no, I'm still marrying this guy, even though he has this diagnosis. Yeah. Really? Okay.
You had me.
I didn't. Oh man.
But you definitely knew this was going to change the course of how soon we got married, which I was very excited about. And then you told me you took my ring back.
Well, I had to, because I'm like, okay, I have no job. I don't know what I'm going back to. I jump back into college, and I'm like trying to wing it. Mm-hmm. And I had to pause. It paused us getting engaged by almost 3 years.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
3 freaking years. It was forever. And then I didn't realize that you were unfazed by that. There are a lot of people that are like, oh, I don't know how to handle that. I need a second, I need a chance to think about this.
I wasn't intimidated by it. I think it was just like, I needed to know and understand it.
Okay.
It didn't faze me in that regard because I like medical stuff. And so it was just more the search, but we didn't have the same access to information like we do now. Just being able to go on the internet. So,
okay. Yeah, that was
learning
different.
and how to take care of this was like the thing I didn't understand.
Yeah. I don't know that any of us did. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what diabetes was. When they asked me, they're like, anybody in your family have diabetes? I'm like, I don't know what diabetes is. So why are you asking me? I don't know how to spell it. It was weird. Okay. So were you afraid when I got diagnosed?
I was. Yeah.
What were you afraid of?
Well, not understanding lifespan, I guess.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
I kept thinking, what does this mean? Like, does this mean how ill you'll be for the rest of your life, and how long will you live? And yeah, I was thinking long-term future, what does my future look like with you? Because I knew I had one with you. I knew that it was redefined at that point.
You were like, is he going to get old and wrinkly with me? Is he going to look like an old prune? This old dude, like with a walker with tennis balls on his walker, like squeaking around. You knew it. You're like, I love that guy. Okay.
You had to bring tennis balls.
Did you? I did. I do love a good tennis ball. Did you see anything change in me emotionally back then? Or did I try and hide a lot of that from you?
I felt like you worked really hard to hide it, but I felt like I also knew you well enough to understand that there.
Man, I thought I was doing a really good job. I thought I was being sneaky.
Well, I just think it was the way we were wired together. Like, I just felt like I could read you really well. We both had that with each other. So even though you were coming off strong.
Oh, man.
I knew.
Always flexing. I don't think that I thought I was hiding it from you. I thought I was protecting you from it.
That would be that's a fair statement.
But apparently I wasn't. Okay,
you
whatever.
Didn't want to dump on me because you felt like this was happening to just you.
Okay.
even though it was happening to us, like the medical, like you wanted me to not worry. That's always been a big thing for you, to not put worry on me.
That's accurate.
I'm naturally.
It's so tricky with the unknown though. Like I didn't know what to worry about at the very beginning. And back then it's not like I couldn't go watch all the Beatties videos.
Right.
You know, I won't stop now, but we didn't have all those. So I don't know if you and I've talked about this a lot, but how did that pressure of me living with this diagnosis, and in the early years, I mean, the early years were the Wild West. Like they were crazy how I managed type 1 diabetes. Tell me visually what you remember about how I did it.
I mean, random road trips where we just had the meter with a syringe and a vial of insulin in it. And you're like, check my finger. And we do it while you're driving.
Yeah.
Get a number. You do math in your head real quick. And then you tell me how many units to give you.
Yeah.
And then I would get them out, and then you just want me to jam them right through your jeans.
Yeah.
So into the thigh, right through the jeans, because sometimes it would be in your arm if it was convenient, but if it wasn't, it was just get it done. We weren't exactly using alcohol swabs.
No, not only that, I'm thinking about how many times we reused syringes that are in there, and they just get more and more dull. I've got this part on my leg from where I gave a lot of those injections. There's so much scar tissue there, it'll never recover. I can't put a pump or a CGM on that now. Did all this stuff like affect you personally? The worry of it? Did you lose sleep? Did you resent any of this? Did it make you mad?
I think I was mad at the disease. I wasn't mad at you. When I did get frustrated with you, is because I felt like maybe you should be doing something more than you were doing.
Oh yeah. Which was all the time.
Because you had a mindset of not wanting this to get in the way of you living your life. And so you tried to not act like it existed sometimes. And almost to a game scenario of like, how long can I be around these people without them ever knowing I take shots?
For sure.
Or have to eat, I
didn't want anybody to know
something after. Yeah.
I actually got really good at faking it.
Yes. A lot of years.
I was I know. Wow. I almost forgot that.
I don't think we put faking it as a label on it. I think we just thought it's our business.
Yeah. I don't want anybody to know.
And so we don't need input from anyone else. We'll just take care of this. So we got really good at being discreet. Because
when people did know, I always felt like when people did know, they started telling me how to handle it, and they didn't have it. I'm like,
or question if you're eating that. Like, why are you eating? Can you have that? That one made me angry.
Or like family functions or get-togethers.
But I mean, I was guilty of that. There were times where I was like, is that like if you had a low, you're eating a lot. That's probably a good now, but you were in fight or flight mode. So
Little Debbie, get over
shoving
here.
Food down, and I would be I think you had enough, but I wasn't you to know what you're feeling.
Okay, so what is that like? Well, that's not in the notes. What is that like being on the other side of me in a low, and I am overcorrecting? Like I am shoveling. You're like, wow, is 6 oatmeal cream pies enough?
Well,
what is that like?
It was hard because I wanted to fix it for you. But I was trying to ride the line of not being your mother. So, and not saying your mom,
No,
but
I get it.
I wanted to be your wife and come alongside you. I didn't want to be bossing you, but there were times when I felt like I had to be bossy.
Yeah, you told me sometimes you'd be like, do you think that's enough?
But then there were just as many times when I said you need more, but that was way down the road when you were trying to minimally correct to not overcorrect. And then sometimes that was such an opposite place from the early years that it took me a long time to adjust to that as well.
You never said it to me mean, like, hey, fatty McButterpants, you need to be eating all those nutter bars. Like you know, never like that. But I do remember it. A lot of times you were like, hey, you think that's enough? And I would back off, man.
You'd be like 15 minutes, and I would literally set alarms.
You would
15 minutes. So I could literally check you again and
so good. I'm glad you
make you do it 15 minutes if you still needed to.
Did you resent any of this? Like, this is a lot.
I wonder what it would be like to not have it in the mix for sure.
Oh my gosh, I can't even.
I don't know what life with you is like without it very much. I mean, we have just a brief moment before the Air Force, and then our time apart was letters and phone calls for those 7 months before you were diagnosed. And then we just lived it after that. So since we were 19, This has been part of our story.
Look at how fresh we are right now. Look at how fresh and crisp we look right now. This is great. Okay. So you've seen me at some of my lowest moments. You've seen me. I've been in DKA 3 times. The one in the hospital at diagnosis, you didn't see me in that one, but you got a phone call where I'm like, don't come see me.
The voices.
And I don't know. I do voices sometimes. Hey, Gina, I do voices sometimes on it. Okay. Ding, 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 ding. All right. So number 2, when we went to she's listened to me do voices my entire life.
True.
When we went to the hospital, we were newly married, maybe the first 2 or 3 years. And I remember I was like, doctors told me I got the flu and I am throwing up.
That was my first encounter with DKA.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
So I had never seen it in motion before, like how it played out in you, because the way that you went through in the Air Force was dramatic. And this was like, it
was kind of gradual.
Yeah. It just came on like a flu would, where you just started achy and you just weren't feeling good and your energy was low. And it was all these symptoms that mirrored what we thought was the flu for so long. And even doctors.
I think the doctors did say, they're like, you have the flu.
Yeah.
And they sent me home.
They did.
Okay.
Didn't have that right.
And I go back and you said, I was crawling. I was rolling out of bed.
You were so sick. You weren't keeping food down. Yeah. Weren't even keeping liquids down. And then I kept saying, we need to go. And you're like, I'll be fine. I'll get over it. And it was just a battle of the wills at that point. And then at one point you spilled out of bed, like literally you were crawling. You couldn't even get up to standing. And you said, I think I need to go to the hospital. And I was like, you think?
That's finally when I'm like, okay, all right, I'll go.
And we drove to there immediately.
Yeah, we did. I can remember throwing up so much. So around 10 years ago, my pump got an occlusion and I wasn't getting any insulin and I was very stubborn. We're noticing a pattern here of this, but I was like, no, I just need to pump more insulin. I don't know, break through it. Like it's like a
you
roadblock.
Just wanted more time to fix it.
I did.
Thinking you could fix it.
But I also didn't want to waste the insulin. I'm like, no, it was the pump site. I'm like, I don't want to waste the pump site and the insulin is in the pump. And then you had to take me to the ER. I think you knew ahead of time.
I did.
You did. And I think you told me.
I said it. I'm pretty sure this is DK. And you're like,
oh my gosh.
No, just give it some more time. Just give it some more time.
Well, if we're learning anything here, people, today, this is.
Listen to your loved
There
ones.
it is. There's the truth, folks. Okay. What is it like watching someone that you love hit total diabetes burnout, knowing that you can't fix it for them?
It's helpless. You just want to do more and you can't. I mean, you're living with it. There's still a degree in which I feel like I can encourage you and pray for you and talk to you and do all the things, but you have to make the decision because it's happening to you. So it's like getting you out of that mindset is tricky because I feel like you want to come out of it and give me what I want to hear, but you're still stuck there. So it's almost like you're giving me a false reality of like where you really are when you're still dealing.
Yeah.
Just to pacify me, but I know better.
But I'm not actually dealing with a real problem.
Right.
So how do you handle the tension between wanting to help me, but not wanting to nag?
I don't know. How?
I'm sure people they ride that line.
I think I literally just do both. I try to pull back, but then I get so frustrated. I push forward again and I nag. I have to know. It's like, I can't be settled until we get somewhere with like a breakthrough of some sort.
Okay.
Or a common ground and understanding of like honest feelings.
So like as people out there that are married to somebody or they're, whatever, they love somebody that has type 1, that line is there between nagging and wanting to help and not wanting to nag. And you're saying you did all of it at the same time. Yeah. I don't think I've ever even said this to you, but I knew you were having a hard time not wanting to be bossy or naggy, but there's some of it I was actually okay with. Not all of it, but there's some of it where I was like, I think she's having a hard time with this.
You get driven just because you care about the person and love them so much. But when you don't feel heard as a person who loves someone with type 1 and they're ignoring you, that's when anger's coming into the picture, because then I feel like you're not hearing me. But then it gets coupled with guilt, because I feel like, who am I though? I don't live it. I live with you, but I don't live this. And so I can't be mad. I don't have the right to be mad, even though I feel it. It's a mixed bag for sure.
Wow. I'm sorry. There's times I know I haven't responded well, and I know I probably really frustrated you. I'm sorry.
You did your best. It's fine.
So did diabetes distress affect my ability to be a good parent to our kids? And do you think it affected our family in general?
I think it factored in at times. I think you worked really hard to not let it factor in. And so sometimes you would push your own needs and feelings aside to try to be there, but we could tell you were off. Everybody kind of had a feeling of like something's not quite right with dad. And like when they were young, they'd be like, what's wrong with daddy? Or if you were having a severe low and you needed to like lay down and you would just instantly fall asleep and you were in the middle of doing something with them and you had to pause, they didn't understand why you stopped, you know. But as they got older, they understood more and they knew you had to do what you needed to do. But so I'm sure it factored in, but I don't feel like it overtook everything.
Okay.
But it was present at times for sure.
I remember there being times where my low blood sugar made me stop doing something with our kids or with you, and it infuriated me. I had this, you and I have not talked about this a lot. Which lows?
Which moment are you?
Oh, there's so many of them. There's so many of them. Like, we're going to go hike, or we're going to go do this thing, or we're going to go play in the backyard, or we're going to we're going to build a fort. Well, Dad can't build a fort because he's tired. So it's like, I don't know why I turned into a woodsman. I remember before Roman was born, our first child, you and I talked, we have not talked about this for years. I actually said, Gina, I don't want Roman to ever know that I have type 1.
I remember that. Oh my gosh.
I think I will hide taking shots from him. I don't ever want him to see me take a shot. Now when I look back, I'm like, are you out of your mind?
That's because there was a pride thing in the beginning and that you felt like that was weak.
I did, but I also didn't want to scare him.
Yeah, you did.
How in the world I was out of my gourd?
But, I mean, that you did manage that for quite a while.
Yeah,
you'd go in the bedroom when you would like take a shot or like go in the bathroom, or somewhere just to shut a door.
I didn't want him to see that his dad was weak. That's what I didn't want him to view it as, and that's not fair. I don't think he ever did. I don't think he ever looked at it. And
they
it was
never
like,
did.
I wish no, and my girls didn't either. But that you at some point realize I can't protect or shield them from this. I need to be honest to some degree, not completely. Do you ever get sick and tired of me talking about diabetes?
I mean, there are moments for sure. I think if it's you and I and it's conversational, it's a lot easier. Sometimes, when we're road tripping and it's a 15-hour car ride and you're just going on and on.
Blah, blah, blah.
Sometimes
blah,
I'm
blah,
like,
blah, blah.
and we could change the subject just for a little bit.
Okay.
But when it's something new that's exciting you, or you've learned something, or you met someone really cool, or there's a story you wanted to share, like that's always exciting to hear. But for sure, if you're like bumming around the house and you're making a video and I hear you randomly yelling at something, or
what's up, everybody? I'm unboxing a new CGM. It's like, it's probably super annoying. We laugh about this, but like a box of stuff comes to the house. And
don't touch it.
Do not open that box.
Well, that's because they start to stack up and you're like, I have to film that. I have to unbox that.
We do. I have one that's upstairs right now. I have to open it.
You have 3.
No.
You have 3.
I have 3 unopened boxes?
No, 2 are open, but you have to like.
Oh, I do need to do a video. Yeah, you're right. Content. If I had a dime, that was a drinking game.
Like
the content's in it. Yeah, no, you're right. 100%. Okay. So there's me talking about diabetes with you, like openly and honestly. And there's all the other stuff. And I'm coaching people and I'm talking about type 1 diabetes and all that kind of stuff all the time. Do you ever hide your own distress about diabetes because mine was louder?
I don't know if it's hiding. I think I feel my set of feelings, and sometimes I feel like I can't share them with you when you're in distress. And so, because I don't want to add to your plate, but there's sometimes where my emotions just take over and I'm a puddle in your arms crying because you're distressed. That distresses me. And then I feel like if I show you that too often, you'll rally to get better sooner, probably sooner than you're ready to be, because you want to protect me and you want to make me feel better. So you'll act like you're better and feel better and you're really not. And I probably just lengthened the process. It's like, when someone's sick and they, have a cold and they're like, oh, I'm fine. And they don't rest and take their vitamins and whatever. And so it just like ends up being longer because they didn't do the work in the beginning to take care of themselves. Wow. It feels like you take longer sometimes.
But I want you to be able to come to me if you're crying and you're
I know you've always said that.
But I'm like,
but I feel like I dump, and I always end up apologizing. Like, I'm sorry.
You do, and I tell you, look, I know I want to hear this.
I know,
like Gina, I want to hear this.
But okay. I feel like I'm supposed to lift your arms and help you when you're having those moments, and sometimes I feel like I can do that better than others.
You can. Okay, Gina can put any of my pumps on me. Gina can put any of my CGMs on me. She can check my blood sugar. She knows when I've got ketones, when I don't. You do help with all those other things. I don't ever want you to feel like you have to, but in a pinch, I've asked you to. There's been times where you have to jump in, but I wish I wasn't like trying to hold it all together so you feel like you could be more honest with me. Because if I'm not being completely honest, I think that makes you just go, okay, well, then I don't want to bring you anything that's too much. I don't know.
I think you get a degree of that. You have an external processor that you've married, so
I do.
It's just a matter of time before my wall breaks.
Are you an internal processor or external?
External.
Am I internal? Oh, I will think it through.
I'm pounding at the door to get this one to talk to me.
I got to work it out in my brain parts first.
Feelings.
I don't have feelings. Okay. Over the past few years, I have started to take a lot of my own type 1 more seriously. Not like I was ever willy-nilly before and like dinking and dunking around. I think I took it really serious, but like really, really serious. I've said it like, I feel like I've fallen in love with some of the process more, which is so weird and ridiculous and freak. It almost sounds gross to say it, but I don't know another way. Instead of managing this because I have to, I am managing it because I want to. Mm-hmm. And I have fallen in love with the learning side of it. When did you start to notice that I was working on the diabetes instead of just doing it because I have to?
I think it was in the works in the last 2 to 3 years, but you really kicked it up like the last year, I would say.
Is there like what changed that for me?
I think you were going at it from a perspective of like wanting to learn and research so that you could help the community of type 1s. And while you were learning and researching, light bulbs were going off for you. And then you would get really excited at something you've learned. You've always been a lover, had a thirst for knowledge. That's just, you read the encyclopedia and the manuals for fun kind of guy.
Encyclopedia.
But I think when you went at it at an angle of like just wanting to learn for someone else, and then you happen to, learn along the way yourself, that's when it really became exciting for you, because then you just wanted to share everything you were learning, so that you could help as many people as possible. Because why would people not have this information is what your brain was always telling you. Like, well, how, like who's telling people this? And the answer is probably nobody, right? There's nobody. They just weren't having it. And so like you wanted to be able to help with that. I do want to help with it, but I also want to simplify it. Like just make that. We just talked about this last night. Yeah. We're just sitting on the couch talking. And I said, Gina, I think this is ridiculous. I'm telling on myself now. I'm like, Gina, I think I might have figured out something that I'm actually good at. Like what? I said, I love simplifying it. Why do healthcare systems make this so difficult to understand? And as I was simplifying that, it became clearer to me, and I just started doing the things. I'm like, oh, guess what? It actually works. Who knew the little things actually stack up? And that's what started to switch. So we had a moment
this is not in the notes either. We're on vacation. We just got done going down the Pacific Coast Highway. Is incredible. We got to see the redwoods, everybody.
We did.
We got to see the redwoods. And while we were on that trip, so that was an 8-day trip. 3 of it was a work trip. 5 of it was just us.
For anniversaries.
30 years. Happy anniversary, hon.
Hooray.
We got to the end of the trip and I took my Glow glucose gummies container out of my backpack. I had brought 4 of them. Do you remember what I said?
Mm-hmm. I do. Do you want me to say it?
Tell them, Gina.
Well, you were shocked at how little you had to use while you were on that trip.
I used 1 and
because
I didn't.
The control was
it wasn't even a low. I was running and knew that if I didn't take something, I would go low. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Now, when you think about that and we go, what is the difference? It's just doing all the little things, all the little things that stack up. But that shift that you saw in me, I don't need you to tell me the answer I want to hear. I want you to be honest. What did that do for your stress level? Knowing that I'm doing all these little things.
It takes it away. There's always that in the back of your mind thing that's just sitting there waiting and ready just to be not asleep with the whole thing. But knowing you had such good control over things and that you were working to stay on top of it, that you felt like you were almost working the system with how diabetes worked in you instead of it having control over you.
Yeah.
It allowed you, to feel freedom because you had answers for stuff before you got there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like you weren't wondering and chasing things and then trying to play catch up. Like you were trying to stay a step ahead of it all the time.
It's kind of wild going from a place where I feel really helpless because I'm sort of getting kicked around, like beat up out on the playground by type 1. And eventually you come around and you're like, oh, hang on, I've been working out and like, look at me, you're not kicking sand in my face anymore. But you get to a point where you're like, hang on, I might actually be getting better at this. And you almost don't want to say that out loud because you're afraid of like, I don't want to jinx this because something, diabetes is going to diabetes, but that switch, I think, gave us a little bit of confidence. I don't know if it gave you that, but it did for me.
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Just when you would go do anything, like going for a run or we would hike, it felt like it was out of the equation a little more than it was before.
Yeah, still there,
yes,
but just not a worry.
Right.
Okay. So last thought here before we go to a commercial break. What would you tell someone like a loved one, a partner, a spouse who feels stuck in that same helpless space, watching somebody burn out because of diabetes and not knowing how to help them? What do you tell them?
Well, if you're a person of faith, I would say to pray. But if that's not your thing, I would definitely pause on responding to them when they're in the moment. Like take a minute to kind of get your own thoughts together with like how you could approach them best, knowing their personality. Maybe you have someone that's a sounding board for you that you could, maybe unload with first so that when you come to that person that you love and talk to them, it's less, fiery. But ultimately, hopefully they know that you're coming at them because you love them and not to, make them feel bad about something, but to reach them because you see them hurting and you want to be there.
But you've got to unload it to somebody.
You do.
You have to say somebody. Are there times when you talk to somebody else?
Yeah, there are times.
Oh, I'm learning things. Okay.
It seems like, I don't know. It's hard because you're my person. So but I can't talk to you about it because I want to, like in the first moments of something. But it would be someone trusted that maybe I would just be like a little frustrated with. But I think usually for me, it was time. If I gave a pause before my reaction, that helped a lot instead of responding. Because the times I did respond when I was in the middle of fear or in the middle of anger, was when I made it worse for you. And so I had to back off of those moments and watch my delivery a little better.
I think knowing that you did care and you took some time to pause was helpful for me. But I guess I probably didn't realize how often you dealt with this and didn't talk to me about it and did have to talk with somebody else. But that's good advice. Like, have somebody that you can trust and unload on. And they don't have to do anything. They just, you need them to at least be there and listen so you can vent. Venting is okay. I think we all need it in a safe place, I think, for sure.
Right.
Okay. How about we pay the bills and do an ad? Okay, good.
Well, no,
that's called a segue, Gina. All right, before we get to the next part, I do want to thank our friends at Blue Circle Health. They sponsor this podcast, and I know their team. They are fantastic. They actually just expanded to 5 new states, or in Massachusetts, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, Virginia, and Kentucky, which now means they are serving people with type 1 diabetes in 16 states total across the U.S. If you haven't heard of them, I'll just tell you, Blue Circle Health, they help people with type 1 diabetes get real care. They have a clinical care team. You can meet with an endocrinologist for free. As long as they're in your state and you're an adult, you can talk to them about how do you navigate insurance. You will have a person with you to help you manage some of the mental burden of living with type 1. They'll like walk you through how do you get a prescription filled. This is the kind of stuff that makes living life with type 1 diabetes get easier. And most of their team lives with type 1. So you can find out if your state is one of the 16 at bluecirclehealth.org, and you can sign up for free. Okay, let's get back to the good stuff.
True or false? Fast answers, clear thinking. Let's test those myths.
We're going to do true or false lightning round. We're not going to overthink this. I just need you to go with your gut, okay? You don't know all these questions, but let's just, you ready? Let's do about maybe 6 or 7 of these, and we'll see how this goes, okay? All right, number 1, true or false? You can sense my stress levels before I can.
True. 100% true.
What is my tell?
I just know you. I think that you are shoving off, like trying to hide it so much that you think you've got me fooled, but I know what's coming.
Oh my gosh. I think I'm getting away with this all these years. And now here we are finding out on the podcast. I'm really bad at this. All right.
You do a good job of, I mean,
you think everybody else doesn't
efforts, know? I think you fool a lot of people. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't think you fool me.
I don't know why that makes me feel good, but bad for you.
I still
but
have all the power now.
Yeah, you do. She does. Okay, true or false? I have taken my frustrations out on you when I was actually mad at diabetes.
That's true.
Oh, that hurts me so much.
You don't mean to, and I know you don't mean to, but
what does it look
like?
Like, what is it? Do I get angry?
You're short. You're.
I'm 6'3".
You're
Gina.
not like that. It's so out of character for you because your character is very kind. And so because of like who you are as a person all the time, when you deviate at all from that, I know something else is factoring in, and it's this usually.
Okay.
So.
All right. True or false? You have cried over this disease when I wasn't around.
True. It's usually when you're out of town or at night or in the middle of working something, or when I just have to walk away when you're having a moment. Sorry.
Oh gosh. I guess no, because the thing is you're probably validating this for a lot of other people. Their spouse or their loved one is like, they're probably being honest. Mm-hmm. True or false? You can read my blood sugar by the tone of my voice and how crabby I am.
True.
Am I that crabby?
You're just not you. I think it looks different for everybody, but like you have your own. I think you can be crabby, but.
Is that with highs? I think highs are crabby. I think I get really short, like tense
you're just
with lows.
Yeah, you're sleepy with low, and you just want to like ignore people and push things away and go to sleep.
I sound like I'm on half speed when my blood sugar's low. Gina, have you ever cried over this disease?
Oh my gosh, that sounds so stupid.
All right, but not if they're listening to that in times 2 speed. That'll be great. All right, true or false? Have you ever thought I just wanted one day without diabetes talk?
True.
All the truths. Okay. True or false? You've felt guilty for feeling that.
100% true.
You feel guilty for wishing that we didn't talk about diabetes.
Yes.
Man, just tell me you don't want to talk about it. Go, hey, Neil, could you zip it?
Well, I just feel like I don't have the right to have feelings about that sometimes because like I'm living with you, but you're living it day in and out. And so you're feeling all these things to you. And so it's a mixed bag.
I feel like you should be able to feel that and not feel guilty for telling me. Like I'm giving you permission right now. Everyone on this podcast can hear it. I'm giving you permission to tell me, hey, like, can we not talk about diabetes? You can hold me to that.
I think there's been times
you've told me
where I've
occasionally,
said,
but
let's talk about something else.
Okay. You're being way too nice. Okay. True or false? You have Googled symptoms in the middle of the night.
Oh my gosh, true.
You're a researcher. This one,
especially with anything medical, but like to understand. And honestly, it's usually when you aren't agreeing with me and I want to prove it. And I want to look facts up because you often, there are so many times, I'm going to say it, where you don't believe me unless you see it somewhere else have data in front of you staring at your face. And you'll believe it if you see it in a graph presented by Dr. So-and-so, but you won't believe it if I tell you.
So right. Okay. So. Wow. She's getting me. Okay. Sorry. True or false? Last one. There were years or moments where you were more distressed than I was.
Oh. Selfishly, I could say true, but
you can be selfish. This one's about you. No, why? No, be honest. It's okay.
I think, worry and fear came into the picture. And it would usually be if I would just get on that and rabbit hole down to the abyss of like what could happen and if I lost you or, this and that. Gosh. Yeah.
I'm really good at directions though. You'll never lose me.
I'll never lose you.
I'm really good at directions. I have a very good sense of direction.
Welcome to the Diabetes Confession Booth. 60 seconds to drop some facts. No judgment, only family in here. Church is in session.
Welcome to the Diabetes Confession
questions.
Booth. I know, you don't know these. There's actually a lot that we've talked about.
I
you don't
be
know.
Prepared and I
so
am not.
Hang on. This is where you get to say the quiet parts out loud. These are things that you've never told me or anyone else about how diabetes has actually affected you. So think of it as like the confession booth. No one's going to know this.
You think there are things I haven't told you?
100%. You've been holding back on me for years. What if you just unloaded and said things like, what? We have money in the backyard? What? So this is just you in the booth, okay? No one is ever going to hear this. All right, here we go. I got a couple questions for you. What is something you've never told me about how my diabetes affects you?
Gosh. Maybe I've given you little elements of it, but like how great my fear is of something happening to you that would like take you from me. That's so dark.
It's okay. I mean, that's honest. That's okay. You're saying that I would be scared of how scared you are. So you haven't told me. It would
freak you out how dark it can go for me sometimes if I let you really have it. Your eyes are huge.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right.
I mean,
okay.
Do you want to edit that one?
No,
out?
I don't. We're going to leave that one in there. We're going to leave that one in there. Okay. Diabetes confession booth. What is something, like one thing that I could have done differently that might have eased some of the stress on you that you wish I would know?
Like one instance or like a behavior?
Anything.
It feels like it might be impossible to ask, but like when you're having a severe high or low, to listen to me instead of arguing with me.
I do get argumentative, don't I?
Again, it's not your character to do that. So that's how, and it feels like I have to fight for you in that moment for the betterment of you.
Okay. Because I'm not being myself.
Because you're not yourself.
Wow. Okay. Last one. What do you wish people knew about being married to someone who is always managing something like type 1 diabetes that's invisible?
think people, because you present it so well, like you're taking care of yourself, they don't know the weight of what you're managing. And sometimes I just want, like, I wish I could just shake people and let them have a peek of like what you go through every single day. It's nonstop. It doesn't give you a break. They don't see the weight of it. And sometimes I wish I could scream that from the rooftops so people would appreciate your hard work and efforts. I get really, really defensive and protective of you in that regard. And I get irritated at people that just make it minimal, or they think they understand it when they're clueless, or they call it, why can't you just diet and exercise and you'll be fine? Like just those things.
I love you so much. Gina is there. So there's a version of Gina that I really like. It's one of my favorite versions of Gina. It's Spicy Gina. When Gina gets spicy, she's Italian, but my gosh, when she gets spicy, and I feel like you would go to bat for me. Like you have probably had conversations to other people around me without me knowing about how they need to back off, or you don't understand that he's dealing with all this stuff. I think that's good. What I'm also hearing from you in this conversation today is that I don't know what it's like for you to carry this, but not have the disease. And that can't be easy. And like, I think I know, but I don't.
Yeah.
Like I genuinely don't.
That's a hard one because I feel for the people that love someone. And I feel like the way that you understand people who are type 1 and you relate to them, I feel like I can relate to the people who love someone with it. And the type 1s don't know how much we feel. Like it's in every fiber of our being, like concern and love and fear and proud, and like it's such a mixed bag of all the things.
Have I mentioned how much I love you? You're so amazing. Okay. All right. This is why you're here, because people need to hear this side of it. They do, genuinely. All right. You know what's about to happen, Gina. This is the fastest 5 minutes of your life.
I want to win this.
The fastest 5 minutes of your life starts now. Quick questions, sharper answers, bragging rights pending. Just you versus every other guest. No pressure.
It's the fastest 5 minutes of your life. We're going to get through as many questions as humanly possible. You are competing with every guest who has gone before you. Right now, the record is 17. You're competing against Rob Howe, Justin Eatzer, Ginger Vieira, Mila Clark. You're competing. Let's set a timer.
I have not seen these questions.
You have not, for good reason. Question number 1. What is your favorite non-coffee drink at Starbucks?
Oh, the vanilla steamer.
The vanilla steamer. That's just hot milk. Okay. What is your favorite binge-worthy show that you would like to watch?
Grey's Anatomy.
100%. What is better medicine? Laughter or sleep or a Coke?
Oh, laughter.
Okay. I did not think you were going to say Coke. Number 4. What is the first sign that my blood sugar is off?
Grumpy.
Oh, great. Okay. Number 6. Who worries more, me or you?
Me.
Oh, okay.
100%.
Okay. I'm just getting that on the record. Number 7. What is the weirdest thing you've ever seen me eat when my blood sugar is low?
Pouring a box of dry cereal in your mouth. Oh, no, wait. You ate something like powdered out of
Yeah,
something.
probably did. Probably did.
Remember.
Protein powder. Number 8. When my insulin pump alert goes off or my Dexcom goes off and you hear that alarm, what's the first thing you think of?
Depends on time of the day.
Okay.
At night, I want to kill it.
Okay.
During the day, I'm
All
concerned.
right. Number 9. What is the text you send me when you're checking on my blood sugar?
You good?
Number 10. What is the best advice you would give a new T1D spouse?
Oh, man. Learn alongside of them.
Good. Number 11. What is the moment that you are most proud of me?
Oh, my gosh.
Me.
The moment?
Yeah. What is a moment? The moment you are most proud of me?
Oh, gosh. I don't know how to answer.
Could be anything. The clock's ticking.
Oh, my gosh. I don't know. Can I pass?
No, you got to do it. Tell me a moment.
Say the question again.
What is a moment that you were the most proud of me?
I mean, just the way you love our children. It's not one moment.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Okay, number 12. Who apologizes first in a fight?
You.
Every freaking time. Number 13. What is one word that sums up our 30 years together?
Oh man. Adventure.
That's so good. Number 14, is my right bicep impressively toned, and are you impressed every time you see it?
No.
What?
I like the left.
Said no. All right. Number 15, sweet or salty?
Sweet.
Okay. Number 16, what is your favorite smell in the world?
Oh, Fahrenheit cologne.
What? Tell them why.
That was the first cologne you wore when we dated.
Yeah, you fell in love with me. I used to spray that on your letters.
I still have a sample.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's in a
Should I start wearing it again?
I don't know.
I don't know if I really should. All right. Number 17. Who is more stubborn?
I'm going to win
You
this,
or me?
I'm way more stubborn. On the outside, you're way more stubborn on the inside.
So I'm faking being stubborn.
You just give the appearance of fine, but you're literally stubborn. But you're preferring peace.
Oh my gosh, it's because I'm apologizing to you.
Stubborn.
Strategically stubborn. You're stubborn all the time. Number 18. Who makes the best steak you've ever had?
You did, actually.
Okay.
You did a sous vide and then you seared it on the cast iron skillet.
Number 19. Beach sunrise or mountain sunset?
Oh, beach sunrise.
Yeah, Gina is a beach person all day long. I'd rather go in the mountains every single day. Number 20. What is your favorite comfort food?
Oh, gosh. I mean, probably soup or pasta.
Soup? What kind of soup? I did not think you're going to say soup.
I think about like potato soup or like something like that.
For real? It's okay.
Pasta?
No, these are your questions. These are fine. That's fine. Yeah, you do like pasta.
Depends on my mood.
Okay. And it's not bread. I thought you were going to say bread.
Oh, yeah.
Gina, how do I know you? Okay, it's bread, ladies and gentlemen. Number 21. Finish this sentence. Life with Neil's diabetes is blank.
Oh my gosh, ever changing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Constantly learning.
Oh, there you go. Okay, number 22. Which of us keeps better snacks in the car?
Oh, I always do. That's part of the Italian.
I barely ever. This is because you're Italian.
But
Number
you
23.
Don't eat the same.
I don't. Number 23. What is your favorite inside joke that we still laugh about? 10 seconds.
Favorite inside joke?
Yeah. What do we say all the time? What do I say to try and get you off track?
Oh, Omaha.
Omaha. When Gina is losing her mind and she's like
That's when
ranting.
He's trying to shut up spicy
I'm trying
Gina.
to. Okay, here's your clock. There you go. Gina, you hit 23.
Yeah,
You're at 23.
You probably set me up to win with the good questions.
I did. I just gave you questions. So the joke about Omaha is this: when we're in a situation, we're at an event. We're at a. That's fine. They'll know it. We're at an event, and Gina starts saying something. And I'm like, I need to stop her. She needs to stop. I'll go, I remember my uncle from Omaha. As soon as I say the word Omaha, she knows
24.
Shut it down.
But then there have been times when I have decided to keep talking.
She just, I have to work Omaha back in. No, it was Omaha. Was it Montana? No, it was Omaha. Saying it louder and louder and louder. That was the fastest 5 minutes of your life, Gina. You survived. Barely. You do really good. That was really, really good. Okay. So wrapping this up, diabetes distress doesn't really just hit the person wearing the pump or wearing the CGM. It leaks into the lives of the people who love them the most. And I'm really thankful that you were this honest. You've carried that weight for 34 years. I'm 33 years and 258 days today. That's the hashtag that I do. That's the thing that I do at the end of all my posts. It's year 33, day 258. Somehow I see you turn this into humor. You have patience. You have a lot of compassion. You don't let me wallow in it for very long, which is really, really good. So for everybody listening, I would say go hug your person, your spouse. And I
didn't get there overnight. I had to grow in this just like you did.
Yeah.
Because I was not good at this in the beginning.
But you don't really have to be, because I don't think the person living with it is good at it yet.
Right.
If you're both trying to figure it out. If you are a parent of a kiddo with type 1, you're doing an incredible job. You're building resilience into your kiddo, and it's worth it. It's worth the energy and the effort, and you're out there doing it. Whoever it is that is helping to keep you steady when diabetes tries to knock you over, I want you to know that they are doing more heavy lifting than what I think a lot of us realize. And to you, Maria, it's my nickname for her. one of many. Should we tell them the others?
No.
Oh, I want to. I have so many nicknames for her. Thank you for being my favorite for all of these years. Thank you for being alongside me. I don't think, actually, I know I couldn't do it without you. So I love you.
I love you.
Everybody that's listening, this is my favorite podcast I've ever done and that has ever been recorded. Hands down, it's not even a close second. Type 1 diabetes is relentless. Managing it does not have to be, but managing it together is so much better. And I hope this episode helps you out. See ya, suckers. I don't know how I'm supposed to end this. I'm not, Gina, you need to know I'm not good at intros or outros.
So long.
She gets it from me.
See ya.
Peace out, suckers.
That's the show. Follow the BDs on Instagram and the BDs on TikTok. Join the newsletter for giveaways and helpful tips. And visit your bestt1dyear.com. You're out there doing it, stacking those wins.